Although many of you have probably done this quite a number of times, I want to take you very briefly through how to access and use the electronic library portals. I won't be doing all of them, but we'll be going through Eric and EBSCOhost together, and then I'll also have a look or take you through Google Scholar, which is used quite often to access academic works because it actually is very, very helpful. So let's get started. You'll go to your dashboard, which I'm on already, and you'll go to electronic library portals. I will start with EBSCOhost. I use EBSCOhost quite a bit, and we'll just wait for it to open up. You'll then have the search bar. You can type in. So I'm going to use the academic that we use. Okay, so it'll give you, obviously the search results will come up and it'll take you to the textbook. You can then click on the textbook. As you can see, is a picture of the book, the ebook, the author's name, publishing house, the year. So all of the important, relevant and important information is found here. You can go straight to the table of contents. You can go to most relevant pages from this book, but I'm going to click on the title to open it up. And we get to this page. I usually just click on the left hand side over here, and you now have access to the ebook. It's a very simple process. You have the table of contents on the side here, or rather it gives you an indication of every part of the book. You're able to add parts of the book to a folder, save pages, email pages, etc. I usually find the relevant chapter, and you can just click download chapter, so it'll download the whole chapter. Alternatively, what I do is, you can see a chapter, or is it rather unit 3. Alternatively, what I do is save pages if I want to go beyond just one unit. So you can either save the current page, you can save the current page and then next, so you can put in, for example, 50 pages, or the section, which is 8 pages in this case. You can see that there's a limit on the number of pages you can download per day, which is 100. That being said, tomorrow you can download another 100 if necessary. So just make sure before the time you know exactly which pages you want to download, and then you can go ahead and do so. So you can save it as PDF or send as an email, and there you go. You have access to the book that you need. If you need to find a particular section of the book, what you do is press Ctrl F, and obviously you'll get the search bar. Just going to get the search bar down here. If we type in the word academic, it will show you that there are 30 places where the word academic is used. You can then go to those places by just clicking on the little arrow, and it will take you to the various places where academic is mentioned. So this is an easy and quick way to access different parts of the book and to quickly, for example, find in a section such as referencing, for example, structuring an argumentative essay. Instead of having to go through the book, page by page, just do a quick search on any document. Many of you may use this trick already, but any document you can just click Ctrl F on your keyboard and it'll take you to the little search bar. If we go back to our dashboard and we access Edit this time, open Edit up. Here we can find information on various topics. So I will click trauma. It's something that I was researching, and you can go into it. And then you'll get a selection of articles that are focused on the topic area that you've decided to look into. So for example, you can see you can find peer-reviewed only. So all the journal articles or the articles that do come up are peer-reviewed. They're full text available on Eric. So for example, some of them are not available in full text on this hosting site, but you can choose the only options that do come up are the ones that are full text available on this site. Peer-reviewed only, as you can see, this one, for example, is not peer-reviewed, but if you want them to all be peer-reviewed, you can then just click that box. There's also advanced search possibilities, descriptors such as trauma, intervention, children, whatever the case is. And then if you want to download For example, this one can just be downloaded in PDF. So this is also a wonderful way to find the resources for your assignments. Remember, these spaces have the academic sources necessary to use in academic work rather than using sites that are not reputable. And that is how you would use it. And I'd now like to show you, I use Google Scholar quite often. I usually have Google Scholar as a little extension on my bar, but for whoever doesn't use Google Scholar, you could then just search it in this way. Apologies for the dark theme. I prefer to use the dark theme. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to do some research on human development, I could go into just click in human development, and then it will give you the large number of resources on the topic. You can see this is a book. Those are all books at this time. Let's have a look. Your different articles. That's in PDF version of a PDF version. That's correct. And you can just continue and have a look at all the articles and resources available. And as you can see, there are quite a number of them. Another little trick. This allows you to quickly find the citation. So we use the TOGI Harvard, not just the Harvard. So this is not the correct referencing structure, but it does help you to quickly get the information available to you. So usually you can just use this as a structure, use a TOGI Harvard guide to then correct the structure or add the extra, take out some of the commas and add the extra information, and there your citation is easily completed for your full reference list. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it allows you to access academic texts in an easier manner, and that it isn't as daunting to go onto the internet and go and search through the thousands of documents out there to find one that is particularly relevant to your project or your assignment. Good luck with your referencing, and I hope that this makes the journey easier.